car, made it back to In-N-Out. Now this is like the #1 location I eat at when it comes to shooting videos. And now we've got a very, very exciting car right next to me, the new Porsche Taycan. And my good friend Benny right here just hit me up saying he just picked it up. So how do you like it so far, Benny?
I don't know. I just got it.
Literally just picked it up. What's so crazy about it is that I think, are those golden accents you got with it? I haven't seen any other one finish like this. So which model is this one? This is the 4S, the turbo?
4S, got the gold rims, has the gold accents on the inside.
Is that what it's called? It's plain gold?
No, I just don't know the real name.
You forgot the real name. But these brakes, man, are massive. Now, if you guys don't know this, Benny owns a Kona Blue GT500 track pack, and you track that thing all the time, man. It's so cool seeing you out there. But getting this car, it's very much a step in a new direction, right? EV versus your 800 horsepower, 10 MPG Mustang?
Yeah, and it's got the same size brakes, I think, as the GT500.
You think so?
These are massive.
The pads are huge. So when I was looking at this car up online, it only weighs about 600 more pounds than the GT500. So it's a really interesting thing because this is all electric too, and it's a 4-door. So in general though, man, I've not actually been in one of these before. Would you mind if you take me out for a spin? Because me having the C8 Corvette out here, and you having this, it'd be pretty cool, a comparison maybe if you do like a launch control or something, because this should be, being an EV, it should launch so hard off the line.
You're gonna have to figure out how to work the launch control because I have no idea.
You have no idea? Well, this one being the 4S, I believe, do you have the higher kilowatt battery with the extra power? So this is 522 stock. Do you have the higher 562? No? Okay, so it's a base model. So that should be a really good comparison. I think overall, what did these start at? About
this one's spec'd at like 128.
Okay, so overall, so the turbo itself is like $200,000 in comparison.
200, maybe 180.
I got you. So I've got to ask, Benny, did you consider a Tesla before you bought this car?
I had one on order.
Really?
And I couldn't sleep at night thinking I was just going to be another Tesla driver on the road.
Another Tesla driver. I mean, everywhere in California.
Everywhere.
Everywhere you look, you see a Model S, a Model 3, a Model X, and then they're always the same colors too, aren't they? They're either white or black, I feel like.
Yeah, they have like 4 color options.
So you ordered the Tesla, then you thought to yourself, you know what, I want to get something different.
I want to get something different. I just wanted to go drive it, and I went and drove it, and I bought it.
Well, I got to see the spec you got though with the gold accents everywhere. It looks really nice. And this being electric, how does this door work right here? So is this for the charging?
Yeah, there's 2 charging ports, one on each side. You just swipe your hand under it.
Oh, that's so cool. It just opens up like that.
This is for the fast charging. You flip this down, and then you could put the 150 charging thing in there, and then the other side has the same one.
That is so cool. Then these door handles kind of pop out
when you walk up to it, or they go in, however you do that.
Is this a glass roof?
Full glass roof.
And you've got tinted windows as well already, so the whole thing is all completely blacked out. You being up there north in Hollywood area, this is the perfect 4-door to drive around.
Spec'd with all the clear and all the black labeling in there.
Oh wow! And this is an active rear wing, right?
Yeah, I don't know really what it does, but it pops up about 1 inch to do really nothing.
Isn't this fun, just hanging out, talking cars next to another Tesla driving by at an In-N-Out parking lot?
Another one, like the 10th one since we're here.
You know what though, man?
Seen another Tycan, or Tycan, however you pronounce these things.
You gotta convince me. You gotta convince me, man. Is electric better?
I don't know.
Find out. Let's do it.
I said 3 weeks ago I'm not going to buy an electric car until I'm forced to, and then I bought one. So, you know, changes fast around here. You know what? Why don't you show me how to drive this car? Because I still haven't even figured it out yet.
Okay, let's do it. Wow, first time driving a Porsche Taycan 4S. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
I have no idea.
We'll find out. You know what though, actually, but before we get in, this thing has self-driving, right? Why don't we just get in the back seat then? There's no need, because that's why you buy features like these electric cars. So I'm excited about this because there's really no need to drive anymore, right? With all these electric and high-tech cars, just shut the door. So how does this work now? Where's the engine start button? Is it all upstairs? Up there still?
Just drive.
Just drive.
I think it's on, isn't it? Where's the key? There you go. Why isn't it going?
Oh my gosh, so does it know where to go? Does it know, like if we put on the GPS maps or something, does it know what to do?
We're gonna find out real soon.
Oh gosh, it's not turning, Benny. It's not turning. I don't think this works too well, man. I don't think we should be doing this. Well, at least it's backing back up to the same spot it was in, right? So we should be all good. What do you think, Benny? Are you a fan of self-driving technology?
I have no idea. I'd rather be driven always.
Hey Benny, I think the panel gap on your Porsche, it's not looking too right.
I have no idea what the purpose of this thing is.
Okay, let's hop inside.
It makes it look a lot faster, doesn't it?
Okay, Benny, I think this is how we should properly be doing this, right? It's kind of like the silhouette of the car, right?
I think all Porsche keys are like that.
So you got a push button start, and then how does this work to get into drive or the different driving modes?
Just gotta push that down.
This down?
Yeah.
That's so weird. Oh, and the brake pedal is very, like, squishy almost. It's not like, it feels like there's not enough resistance almost when you're pushing down. How do I turn down the air conditioning? So it's the speed right there. Alrighty,
if you push this button, you can turn on that noise.
Oh, so this is the spaceship noise you're talking about?
Yeah.
So you've got your own, you know, Millennium Falcon going on right here. So we're in drive. Oh gosh, this is trippy. Driving a car with no noise. Fully electric. Oh my gosh, this is the way of the future, man. Oh gosh. It's got a weird, like, noise going on in here.
Yeah, we turned on the spaceship mode.
It does remind you of what a spaceship would sound like,
Yeah.
huh? What's the range on this? A couple hundred miles?
215, and then when it learns your driving patterns
Okay.
and habits, it'll adjust accordingly.
One thing I love about this car right away, Benny, is all these gauges, all these displays, because just for some weird reason, all the gas-powered cars, the displays don't look anything like this. It looks beyond amazing and crisp, and it's almost got like an infinity display. In my C8 Corvette, the display ends like an inch before the end of the panel, so you have this black like bar around the end of the touchscreen. With this car, though, it blends in so well that it's like seamless, almost. But if we turned off the spaceship sounds, you know, the propulsion, how does it sound? So this button right here,
Yeah.
the diamond, is it off?
It's off.
You sure? I can still hear some.
It's a little bit, but it's off.
Oh wow! Oh, so you've got
And this, you can make the
trim.
whole map. You can make this the whole map if you wanted to.
Really? Steering feel kind of feels rubber bandy.
The whole car feels rubber bandy.
Did you notice that? Oh my
It's
God.
all a little loose. The brakes I don't love. They're definitely loose, and it's
They
definitely
are?
a big, long brake.
So the blue is me getting on power, right? So is the green regeneration?
Yeah, you have regeneration on right now. If you turn it off, it's better.
Really?
So now you'll see when you pull off the gas, it'll just coast like a regular car.
See, that's what I prefer. I'm not a big fan of the 1 foot driving. Are you?
Don't like it at all.
It kind of gives you like motion sickness. What do you say? Or like it's like seasick almost. 'Cause it's just so weird.
I wonder if the brake lights turn on when the regenerator is on.
That's a good point.
You know, because it's dangerous if someone's like, you know, coasting with you and you lift your foot off the pedal. It
Because
just
they
starts
wouldn't
braking.
see, especially like nighttime too.
Right. Yeah.
That is a great question to ask.
I just think this is the best looking electric car on the market.
You know what? I have to say I agree because I drove the Ford Mustang Mach-E, and I just people say that they like the looks of it and everything, and it's got like Mustang styling cues
I
and
don't
stuff.
like any look of that car.
I don't like it at all. It doesn't look right having a Mustang that is a four-door family SUV that's not sporty.
No.
Anyways, how do I change the driving mode? That being to sport or track? Is there an easy way to do that? Is there a track mode?
I don't think so.
No.
There's a couple ways. One, you can push these buttons, but I'm still
wow.
figuring out. Or you go into these drive modes here, and you can lower
So
it.
are we in Sport Plus right now?
We're
So
in Sport Plus
chassis,
right
that
now.
being suspension, okay?
Yes.
Drive mode Sport, and then recoup is off. The accelerator, electric sound off. To me personally, man, it feels so weird being in a moving car that generally makes no sound, you know? Because it's funny because when I talk to you guys with the camera, I got to talk extra loud sometimes because some of these cars are so loud sitting in, like the McLaren or the Shelbys or even the Corvette. But with this, I can whisper to you, right? And everyone's gonna hear everything we say. Holy
Isn't that cool?
oh my gosh. Dude,
It's really like
I just saw your head fly back in the corner of my eye. You were just sitting like this and like that. Holy, oh my gosh. See, that was a reaction I wasn't expecting. I legitimately just lost it there for a second. Mind if we do a second one up here when it gets straight?
Let's go.
That's so weird and trippy. No gas car feels like that.
No.
You know that? It's pure torque. Oh my gosh. I feel like too, one thing I noticed with it is that when we did give half throttle just now, a lot of weight transfer is going on.
You do feel it.
I feel like the front end definitely does get light. So let's do it again. Okay, so that's the deal. So you know how that instant push we got, that's the torque, but since there's not enough power or so much power, that's why it's not feeling it's accelerating so quickly anymore.
Right.
So it gets to the point where you may not want to do like full throttle pulls to accelerate, more so just to...
You whiplash.
You just got whiplash. You can take anyone in this car and whiplash them. That one caught you off guard, I think. Oh, you okay?
Yeah,
I don't want your neck to breaking necks. That's a weird sound.
It's the spaceship.
It's the spaceship. But with this being an electric car, with all the batteries placed so low, it does feel like you have a low center of gravity.
Yeah.
I don't feel like some of the other electric cars feel sporty like this. Like the Mach-E definitely didn't feel like that. It didn't give you that excitement, like that quick rush of like, oh my gosh, this is a way of an electric car. This is a way of the future. But with this, it's got that sportiness, man.
But it doesn't feel light. It feels like a heavy car.
It does. So what would happen if I were to give throttle at 20 miles an hour?
It goes.
Do you mind if I tried it?
Go.
You're gonna brace your neck, put the neck all the way back, Benny. You ready?
I'm ready.
Oh shit!
We didn't hear we gotta get it to where we hear the shift. I heard it once.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I wasn't even driving. Corbin was driving the car. We heard the shift once.
That was the weirdest sensation ever.
And the sound is cool. You don't hear that sound
I know.
that spaceship
It's a very
is
gradual noise, you know, like the noise that fits the car.
Yeah.
It's like a sound effect, like a video game almost. Or
even when you start braking too, it sounds like the ship is, you know, it's cool.
In a gas car, if you were to do it to somebody, you got to downshift, right? And then they know, okay,
Right.
something's going on. You're in a lower gear.
And it takes a second to downshift.
Takes a second. But with this, it can be dead silent. You can be relaxing. You can have, someone in the car eating lunch. And then, oops, sorry. On that basis, I would get an electric car.
How can I help you?
How do you say Porsche?
Is it gonna answer?
It did that because I guess it's an automatic thing when you say, hey, Porsche, it like comes up to help you.
So ask, hey, Porsche.
Oops, sorry.
Hey, Porsche. How do you say Porsche? Even Porsche won't give us the answer.
How do you pronounce...
There's no Apple Music account available.
But yeah, I really don't feel like it's a Porsche. Like even like driving up to like a Porsche club, I wouldn't feel like,
Do they not allow you in the club with this car?
I don't know.
You're not part of the Porsche clique?
I think it's one of those like you'd have to allow me in just because I have the badge.
You'd have
but
to
it's
allow
not
me
really
in because I got the badge.
But it's really not a real Porsche, I feel like.
Well, I guess we're going to find out how it feels against a real Porsche, because I just drove a GT4 recently.
I saw that.
And you like that car?
I love the GT4.
Porsche. I guess there's no point to roll down it's a Super
Shelby.
Snake truck.
My friend has
Why did they put a Super Snake badge on a truck? I had a Super Snake, and it shouldn't be on a truck, I tell you that. But let's see how this thing feels. So it does a good job, I think, with the body roll in the corners, but you definitely feel it the most, I think, under accelerating and braking. You see the nose dive like that. But getting on throttle and everything, it definitely, the front end grip it does feel rubber bandy, It's not something that feels analog or directly connected. But the weight, though, allows us to put down the power and accelerate hard. You can fit 4 people in this car, and you saw how in the dip, the chassis got kind of floaty.
It lifted, yeah.
So, I don't know. Well, this is supposed to be a track car, but if you buy a Turbo S or something like that.
They have track mode.
It's one of those things where I just, the punch right away is what makes this car appeal so much. But then after that, it kind of dies off, right?
I wonder how much different the suspension is on the Turbo to be able to handle something like that.
Because the Turbo has over 700 horsepower.
The person that originally spec'd this car, when I was buying it, they told me that he came in, drove it, and opted for the Turbo. And that's why this was available when I went there. Really?
I gotta say one thing, going fast in an electric car though, it doesn't feel like you're going fast in a weird way. It's like with a muscle car or like one of those cars in front of me. You hear all the noises. It's all being translated to you via emotion. with this, you can be going 70 or 60 in a bend, and it's pitch quiet.
It's hard to judge how fast you're going.
Yeah, it's hard to judge. It's like playing a video game.
It is.
You can't get a good sense of speed, I don't think.
But I bought this for my daily.
There you go. So you know what we're gonna do, Benny? I'm gonna aim the camera directly at you, and you're not gonna brace yourself for this one. We're just gonna see the amount of G-forces that you get hit with on a launch control in your
Let's do it. Let's go. Whoa! Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Did you hear the shift?
Oh, that's so
There's
cool.
the shift.
What? So an electric car that actually has a gear change.
Yeah.
It's got some good
Yeah, we
kick
gotta
to
do it
it.
again.
Pull out your clock. You gotta pull out your timer. You gotta show it to the camera. What one speed? Time this one. Let's see how this works. 60. What was that? 3?
It's just over 4.
Alrighty then, so park it right here. So the P button is for park, and then turning it off. How do I do it? The left button right here.
Or just get out and you lock the car and it turns off.
The power button. It's like a
Or that,
phone.
you gotta hold that down, or it turns off automatically when you get out of the car.
So it's off now. Tycan, wow, super cool car, man. I really appreciate the opportunity to test it out, drive it, because first time actually being in one. And the thing is, it just feels so high quality. You know, the whole thing is put together so well with all the materials everywhere. I love these touch screens. I mean, it's got a design where a lot of electric cars, they are so just black and white when it comes to put a big iPad in the middle. This blends in very well, and I think you can offer an extra screen right here too, right?
You can.
So how does this work? Just it vibrates too. It's got haptic feedback.
Yeah.
So that is so amazing. And then you have all these touch screens all around us.
You can
and then
type here and do whatever you want.
Really?
It controls the whole screen up there.
Oh my gosh, this is, I think, my favorite EV I've been in yet. More so than the Mach-E and the other ones I've been in. This is just, it's got something I feel like Teslas don't quite have yet. It's got this personality.
It looks good.
The style. Exactly. And with that in mind, that punch you get out of it and having that badge right in front of you, it's really fun and just unique.
It's an exciting car.
But you know what though? Since we just tried out launch control in this, we should go hop in the C8 Corvette and see how it compares. You
Let's
down?
do it.
Okay.
Let's go. This is so sporty in here.
So what do you think so far?
Love it.
To turn it on, hit the side button right here.
Yeah. It's so different, such a different feeling. You feel it coming from back there.
You can hear the engine kind of. It's like a different
Yeah, but
feeling.
you really
isn't
don't
it?
hear it right there.
And also this car's got a built-in timer. So first let's go into sport mode. To turn on launch control, you double press traction control. Now you're in competitive mode. Competitive mode turns on launch control, but this is still in sport mode, so it's gonna still leave on the nannies to keep you straight. In track mode, if you go in race mode and track mode, then it'll turn off more the nannies. But either way, the launch controls, they're very, it's gonna hit hard, at least if this ground is nice and clean.
Yes, sir. Feels great though.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
It feels kind of exotic, doesn't it? It's got a different
It's amazing.
feeling than other cars in the street. So,
It looks much better than the GT 500.
oh yeah. So what do you think of the C8 Corvette?
I love it.
So right there is downhill, but these tires, they are, you know, pretty used up. And
What do you have, 4S's on here?
these are the actual delivery tires I got with the car.
No
I drove
way.
across the country in these tires. Okay, Benny, so what do you think, man? C8 launch control versus the Tycan launch control. How do they compare?
They don't.
The
I think a
instant
mid-engine launch control any day of the week over this.
It's different, you know. We got the engine going, you know, just screaming, and then the sound, we're banging through gears. But this is so much fun in its own ways. So I'm very impressed with it. You happy with your new car?
So far.
So far, well,
so good.
thank you so much
course,
for
my
the
pleasure.
opportunity to test out the
Forward to the
Tycan.
next one.
I appreciate it. Guys, let me know, what do you think in the comments down below, watching the C8 do launch control, and also this do launch control, plus just in general, what do you think of this new all-EV Porsche. Thanks so much for the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button or just help me out. Also subscribe for much more great videos coming your way, and hit the notification bell so you're up to date with all new videos coming out. Lastly, if you have a cool car and you want to have it featured on the channel for us to review, reach out to me at thespeedphenom@gmail.com. I'm always super pumped to try out new cars in the channel. It's so much fun. Anyways, I'll see all of you in the next episode.